Kim Jong Un, in my opinion, would be an excellent star in a television program similar to the Rich Kids of North Korea. Do you agree? Kim Jong Un, often known as the Supreme Leader, is the leader of North Korea. Welcome back to The Wealthiest, where you will learn the ins and outs of the world's elite, how they live, and how they spend their accumulated wealth. Let's get started. Concerning the well-being of North Koreans, the Supreme Leader of North Korea has faced criticism from both world leaders and humanitarian organizations on several occasions. Kim Jong Un has a rather opulent lifestyle while they endure discrimination and live in poverty. This is his life as a billionaire in the rejected North Korea. Early life. It is unknown when North Korean leader Kim Jong Un was born exactly. He is known to be the third and youngest child of Korean military leader Kim Jong Il, who controlled North Korea under the Communist Workers' Party from 1994 to the present. He is also the grandson of Kim Il-sung, the man who preceded his father. Opera singer Ko Young-hee, the mother of Kim Jong-un, Ko Young-hee also had two other children. Kim Jong-un was apparently liked by Kim Jong-il, who observed that the young man had a temperament that matched his own. Additionally, it is believed that Kim Jong-un had his education overseas in Switzerland before enrolling in the Kim Il-sung Military University, in Pyongyang's capital in the middle of the 2000s. In 2010, Kim Jong-il started preparing Kim Jong-un to take over as leader. Kim Jong-un came to power in December 2011, following the passing of his father. At the time, he was thought to be in his late 20s. Kim Jong-un's assets were discovered in more than 200 international bank accounts as of 2013, spread across multiple nations such as China, Russia, Austria, Liechtenstein, Singapore, Switzerland, and Luxembourg. Let's examine a few of the items that Kim Jong-un purchases with his money. Public appearance and his wife. It was discovered that Kim had married Ri Sol-ju in the summer of 2012. The couple's exact wedding date is unknown. According to a single source, it was in 2009. The country's first lady made regular media appearances in the months after the marriage was made public, a dramatic break from custom. There have also been rumors that both of them are parents of a child. Kim Jong-un, who belongs to the cyber generation. Additionally, he has accepted more Western cultural preferences, as seen by the 2 days that former NBA player Dennis Rodman spent in North Korea in February 2013. Kim took Rodman to a basketball game while he was visiting. According to Rodman, he wished to facilitate better ties between the US and North Korea. By 2018, Kim was trying to project a softer, more compassionate image of himself while reaching out to South Korea for denuclearization negotiations. Ri Sol-ju. Ri Sol-ju is the first lady and the wife of North Korean ruler Kim Jong-un. She is quite private. However, she has been seen carrying a Dior clutch bag. Given that she consistently dresses elegantly in designer clothing for parties and formal responsibilities, her opulent taste is not surprising. Ri Sol-ju always manages to look like the wife of a billionaire, whether it's with her outfits, purses, shoes, or accessories. Kim Jong-un's Ryongsong Residence. Situated in northern Pyongyang's Ryongsong district. The Ryongsong Residence is a vast structure spanning an incredible 12 square kilometers, not merely a presidential mansion. Since its completion in 1983, Kim Jong-un and Ri Sol-ju, his first lady, have called this palace their home. But this residence's underground wartime headquarters, a world of majesty concealed from the outside world. The Ryongsong house features dining halls, swimming pools, horse stables, as well as shooting ranges. The primary house of the mysterious Supreme Leader Kim Jong-un and his First Lady Ri Sol-ju is this expansive presidential palace, commonly referred to as Residence Number 55. How did this lavish castle come to be built? During the rule of Kim Il-sung, the grandfather of Kim Jong-un. A construction unit of the Korean People's Army built the facility during his tenure. The Kim dynasty's might and influence were demonstrated by the building of the Ryongsong Mansion. It was a representation of their power and their lofty goals for North Korea. A fortress-like construction that can endure even the most catastrophic disasters. In addition to guaranteeing the security of the home, there are several security checkpoints, minefields, and an electric fence surrounding the region. The ultimate commander can feel secure and shielded from any potential attacks in this fortress within a fortress. Witnesses have described opulent interiors with magnificent light fixtures, deep, plush carpets, and furniture. It's an extravagant realm concealed from the watching gaze of the outer world. It is evidence of the opulence and magnificence of this palace that one may enjoy the excitement of horse racing here as well. We learn that the Ryongsong Palace is more than just a standalone palace as we continue our exploration. It is a component of a bigger complex that also houses other homes, like the Changyong home. A system of tunnels connects these homes, making it possible to walk between them in secrecy and safety. It is evidence of the painstaking preparation and close attention to detail that go into guaranteeing the security and isolation of the world's most powerful person. For sure, these are some of the most expensive and main residents owned by the ruler of North Korea. Kim is in possession of many wonderful properties. The supreme leader and his family reportedly have exclusive use of 17 amazing palaces, according to reporting from The Sun. These palaces are also magnificent, luxurious, and elegant. Private aircraft. Right now, Kim Jong Un is only attempting to surpass himself. For anyone attempting to compete with him, should be aware that winning is an impossible scenario. Air Force One is the name given to Kim Jong Un's personal aircraft. His Ilyushin Il-62 is his Air Force One. One of the greatest accomplishments in Russian aviation history is the Ilyushin Il-62. The aircraft is expected to cost about $1.5 million and features leather seats and crystal ashtrays. It carries just the dictator and his trusted advisors. It's interesting to note that the Kims don't fly. They take advantage of the rails. Kim Jong-il, the father of Kim Jong-un, was afraid of flying, so he had to resort to using trains instead of flying. Trains. He had 90 luxury train cars. These items belonged to Kim's father, who also redecorated some of the interior. His father's old conference carriage has been updated with white paneling, and one of the train carriages has luxurious pink leather seats. Sadly, Kim Jong-il passed away on a train, and his body was involved in the armored train at the $900 million Kumsusan Mausoleum. Only Kim Jong-un's train is allowed to utilize the 20 private train stops that are dispersed throughout the nation. Along with his network of palaces and command centers, some of which are underground, he has traveled to Vietnam, China, and Russia via train. Strict security protocols are implemented throughout these journeys to guarantee the family's protection. To guarantee that the path is safe and clear, 2 guard trains, one in front and one behind, are filled with bodyguards. As the train makes its way through Kim's exclusive network of about 20 private stations, helicopters provide the cover above. Kim's mobile bathroom is carried by another armored vehicle on occasion, and the train can also accommodate his armored Mercedes. Luxurious car collection. Speaking of luxury, we must not overlook the Supreme Leader's collection of cars. Kim Jong-un prefers expensive automobiles. His supercar collection is estimated to be valued at $20 million or more. According to reports, he possesses more than 100 vehicles in his garages, which include an armored Rolls-Royce Phantom, worth over $500,000. There is a $162,000 Audi R8, a $100,000 Range Rover, and more. It goes without saying that Kim Jong-un has a favorite, the Mercedes-Maybach limousine. They are approximately $1.6 million and unbreakable. In addition, Kim Jong-un owns race cars and other sports vehicles in his collection. A collection of pianos. The Supreme Leader is said to have brought a whopping 36 grand pianos and a ton of expensive recording gear into the nation in 2014. Over $170,000 can be paid for a grand piano. Let's see how much 36 luxury piano imports would set us back. That amounts to an astounding $6,120,000. Hidden to the public, Kim Jong-un is the only member of his own 13-piece live band who plays the violin. Dennis Rodman, a former basketball player and close friend of Kim Jong-un, disclosed that the Supreme Leader enjoys all things musical, including karaoke, listening to 80s hits, and seeing K-pop concerts. Timepieces that he owns. He would occasionally be seen wearing a black button-up suit, although his wristwatches are high-end brands. It is estimated that the IWC Portofino automatic wristwatch he wears costs $14,000. Movado Museum timepiece was on him. He brought in over 100 brand-new Rolex watches as gifts in 2016. Hiring the Globetrotters of Harum. Having to pay for an experience could reveal your level of affluence. Kim Jong-un, on the other hand, employed the Harlem Globetrotters. America's Harlem Globetrotters are a basketball team that plays exhibition games. Their play style combines humor, drama, and athleticism. The well-known basketball players were invited to play an exhibition match against North Korea's national team in 2013 by the 39-year-old dictator. You should plan to spend about $75,000 to acquire the Globetrotters to play in the US, but lodging and airfare are not included in this typical charge. Kim is a huge basketball fan. He stated that the goal was to restore normalcy in the two nations' relations. Moving on, food and drink. Kim Jong Un enjoys exquisite food and drinks, and he has excellent taste in both. The Supreme Leader is said to have sophisticated culinary preferences by Chef Paul Smart, who cooked for both the ruler and U.S. President Donald Trump during their summit in Vietnam. He claimed that the North Korean team had packed their own ingredients and had already informed him about all of Kim's favorite dishes. Kim is renowned for her incredibly luxurious taste. He reportedly placed an order for about $67,000 worth of pricey Italian cheeses in 2016 alone. Kim is a huge drinker as well. It has been alleged that he purchased Brazilian coffee for about $1 million in 2016. Then £108,000 was spent on Russian vodka and £6,764 on German gin. In addition, he brought in an additional £22,000 worth of liquors, of which £9,000 came from France. £219,000 were spent on wine and champagne from Macedonia, Bulgaria, and Italy. Kim Jong Un reportedly drank 10 bottles of the renowned Bordeaux wine from France in one evening. A bottle of Bordeaux often costs $1,000. Expensive horses. He bought 12 Russian purebred horses for an astounding $75,000. There was also a fashionable picture of Kim Jong Un climbing Mount Pick's snow-capped peaks with a beautiful white stallion. There was plenty of debate over this photo. According to a Moscow Times story, North Korean authorities paid $23,400 for 2 more of these white stallions at the starting point of 2020, which means that each horse costs the state nearly $12,000. Kim reportedly paid $584,000 for the importation of at least 138 horses from Russia between 2010 and 2023. The facilities used to house and train the horses are thought to account for about 20% of the state budget overall. Kumsusan Palace of the Sun. Originally intended to be the Kumsusan Assembly Hall, the palace was constructed in 1976 and was Kim Il-sung's official home. After Kim Jong-il's father passed away in 1994, he had the structure restored and turned into his father's mausoleum. The estimated cost of conversion was as much as $900 million. A sizable square that is roughly 500 meters long fronts it. The palace's interior is distinguished by its enormous hallways, lofty ceilings, and lavish decor seen throughout each of the numerous rooms. Outside the mausoleum chambers are rooms that display medals, accomplishments, and honorary titles that each leader was bestowed with throughout their lifetimes. A hall of lamentation, rooms showcasing each leader's domestic and international travels, and a ceremonial hall with statues of the leaders are also present. Private theater. The former Supreme Leader of North Korea, Kim Jong-il, was deeply enamored with films and theater. He was so passionate about Hollywood blockbusters that he possessed over 30,000 VHS and DVD copies, including Godzilla, Gladiator, as well as the Titanic, to name a few. These VHSs and DVDs are thought to be worth around $600,000. He was especially enamored with anything James Bond. He even said that one of his favorite actresses was Elizabeth Taylor. Because he loved films, he constructed an incredible 1,000-seat private theater for the amusement of himself and his close friends. Private golf courses. Kim Jong-un continued his father's history by managing prominent private golf courses. Kim Jong-il famously claimed to have sunk 11 holes in one in a single day on a course he owned. It seems that he owns multiple private golf courses, which are not inexpensive. Their development costs about $3 million, and their annual maintenance cost about $500,000. These golf courses are allegedly maintained by officials who get funding from the government. The Ryongsong Ski Resort. As Kim Jong-un was growing up and going to school in Switzerland, he developed a deep love for skiing. Thus emerged his personal project, the Ryongsong Ski Resort. The resort, also called Masik Pass, is situated east of Pyongyang. Reaching Masik Pass by car takes 2 hours. The harbor city of Wonsan is not far away. Building it cost Kim Jong-un an astounding $30 million. For experienced skiers, there are 9 main lines and 2 beginner slopes. The cost of skiing here is not very affordable. With his strong feeling of control, Kim Jong-un made sure everything suited his tastes. The lavish ski resort has 120 hotel rooms overall. You can get internet access for $6 per hour at this resort in a room called the Communication Room. Secret Harum. The leader of North Korea is said to keep secret harems, which are gathering places for about 2,000 ladies and girls, with the intention of entertaining people, especially with sexual content. For officials and their families, high-level members of the Workers' Party of Korea, and sometimes notable guests, it is their responsibility to make Kim Jong Un and his friends happy. His harem needs to always be in peak condition. Who makes up the pleasure squad members? The supreme leader and his officials pleasure themselves with these women. The Sun claims that some of these ladies are divided up into several groups. A few of them dance and sing, while some are assigned to provide massages, others are specifically designed for sexual activities. Finally, in sharp contrast to the poverty that most of his people face, the North Korean leader is renowned for his expensive tastes and lavish lifestyle. When it comes to enjoying the finer things in life, Kim Jong Un is not willing to compromise on anything from opulent palaces to opulent cars and private planes. His extensively reported fondness for high-end vehicles, fancy apparel, and good dining presents an image of a man who appreciates the accoutrements of power and riches. I hope our insight into Kim Jong Un's billionaire lifestyle in North Korea was very interesting to know. Of course, that is the wealthy lifestyle of North Korea's supreme leader. Kim had an illustrious background in gourmet dining and drinking before he was appointed supreme leader of North Korea in 2011. How opulent do you think Kim Joo-I would be as Kim Jong Un's successor? If you like our video, please leave a comment letting us know what you liked and why. And be sure to subscribe to our channel to show your support and not miss any upcoming content. We look forward to seeing you in our next video. Until then, dream big and shoot for the stars.